Welcome, everyone. This is episode 7 of the Sit Down with Mark and Joelle, and we have a special guest today. Her name is Ali, and you will find out why she joined us. This episode is brought to you by Kanto Audio. Kanto is a Canadian company that produces quality speakers and accessories like cables, TV, and speaker mounts. Their latest flagship model is the Kanto TUK, named after the remote Canadian hamlet Tuk. The speakers feature AMT tweeters, 13cm aluminum woofers, 65 watts per channel, and a wide range of input methods like RCA for a CD player, Bluetooth for your phone, Toslink optical input for your TV, and built-in phono stage, so setting up your turntable is easy peasy. Connecting them to Kanto's sub-6 or sub-8 subwoofers complete the full-range sound that anyone will enjoy. They come in 2 colors, matte black and matte white, and they're available at Funky Moose Records via fmr.fm/tuk. That is fmr.fm/TUK.
So how you been, Mark?
Yeah, staying home. Yeah, I mean, I tried to go outside a little bit and play with the kids outside, and that's basically it. I've been spending most of my time inside. So, how about you?
Yeah, same here. I was just thinking of that Green Day song. I was all by myself. No one was looking.
No one's watching? Yeah.
I was all by myself.
I was thinking of you.
Hi, Ali. How you doing?
So,
Hey.
how about you?
Today we have a special guest.
Yes.
What?
Nothing.
Special guest? Okay, so before we continue, I just need to know everybody that Joelle has a little bit of a poor internet connection right now. And we can't figure out why, and I just see that mine is not the greatest either, but we're just going to roll through it. The only one with a good internet connection is Ali. And so why don't you just introduce yourself and who you are, what you do, where you live, where you're from, and then we'll get to you why you're with us.
Banking information.
Okay. Credit card number, CVV.
So, social insurance number.
My name is Ali, and I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'm a graphic designer. I'm also heavily obsessed with Vanilla Ice and 4G Out of Blow, so that's definitely why I'm here tonight.
Yes. So the reason, and I think it was episode, I want to say 4. Episode 4 or 5.
Something
we
like
talked
that.
about Vanilla Ice because Ali was actually the one sharing the video that I referred to in that episode. And so when we were done shooting that episode, I sent it to her. And I had some questions about Vanilla Ice and especially how to pronounce Forgiato Blow. Now I know. So she was kind enough to go on Messenger and send me a voice message explaining how to pronounce it. So then Joelle and I started talking about, well, wouldn't it be fun to have a guest on an episode and then, let that person educate us about an artist, in this case, Vanilla Ice or Forgiato Blow, because honestly, Joelle and I both don't know anything about either of them. We just know a few of their songs. Well, and that's just Vanilla Ice, because I don't think Joelle knows anything by Forgiato Blow.
I do.
Right?
I definitely don't know Forgiato Blow, and my Vanilla Ice trivia is very limited. But I was talking about how he did Ninja Rap in Ninja Turtles 2. I remember that, and I remember. I know I was in high school and he had come out with an album. I want to say it was called Hard to Swallow. Maybe. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that album. Yeah, he was like trying to be like kind of I don't know what he was trying to do, to
That
be
was
honest.
that was produced by Ross Robinson. He was the producer for Korn and Slipknot at the time.
That makes a lot of sense because it was like it was heavier, right? Like
Hmm.
the instruments in it were heavier, and then he was just rapping on
Yeah,
top of it. Yeah,
yeah, it was like more of like a heavy metal kind of rock
yeah.
album.
Oh, and then
It's
that
really
just
interesting because
go ahead.
I was gonna say because now he's like the last one that he came out. It's like techno, and then the next song is like country, and then it's like rock. It's kind of like all over the place. It's literally called WTF. Um,
Right.
so it's some of it's really good. I've been a fan my whole life, right? So but he is so hard to like when someone's like, "Ooh, why do you like Vanilla Ice?" I don't have an answer for that anymore, other than the fact that it's like, why do you drink coffee in the morning? Just
Right.
because you do,
You
right?
just grew up with him essentially, right? Like he's a
Yeah,
part of your
yeah,
life, right?
exactly.
Yeah. No, I get
Yeah,
that.
and I have this like massive Vanilla Ice tattoo that there's no way that I can get covered up. So now I have no choice but to like, be like, yeah,
Where is it?
What?
oh, it's covering my whole arm. And then I got Vanilla Ice's autograph tattooed across my chest.
No way.
Oh.
So it says Vanilla Ice, or is it his
Like I
actual
have
name?
like it's his autograph. Like I went out with him one night and then he autographed his name on me and then went and got it tattooed after. And then this is like the giant Vanilla Ice. I don't know if you can see that right across. And then like this one's not bad to like show, but like
That's funny.
Okay, so
Awesome.
in case someone was questioning if she's actually a fan,
Or
I think we just
incredible.
got her answer.
Yeah.
so, and then on top of that too, like so Forgiato Blow, I've got his face tattooed across my arm as well. I have
All right.
issues. I seriously have some issues when it comes to those two. So
Huh.
So how did those two collaborate? Like what brought them together?
Forgiato Blow created a song called Vanilla Sprite, and then he made a remix of it. And the remix is with Rick Ross, Vanilla Ice, and Forgiato Blow. And it's actually really good. Like I legit like I love it. It's so good.
Is it on
Um,
YouTube? I'm sure it's on YouTube.
yep, yeah, it is.
What's it
Um,
called?
Vanilla Sprite.
vanilla, yeah, Vanilla Sprite remix.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find that and plug it in here.
And so like what happened was like Forgiato Blow put the album together, or put the single together, sorry. Um, and he released it a year and a half before Vanilla Ice did, before Rick Ross even shared it. And it hit 1 million views after a year, which isn't too, I don't want to say it isn't too impressive, but then once Vanilla Ice shared it, it obviously like exploded a little bit, um, to a degree. Um,
That's crazy.
so it's actually really good. Like I can honestly say that I really enjoy a lot of the songs that Forgiato Blow puts out. Some of it is really, really good. For a while there, he was making some music that I just kind of I liked because I'm a fan, but like it's not like I've got 80 albums or like 80 playlists that are like Forgiato 1, Forgiato 2, Forgiato for life, and like like and then I just like decide which one I'm gonna play based on like if I'm in my car, it's one album, like one play. I don't know. So some of them it's really good. Some of it's just not. I feel like he puts out. I think he's put out 250 music videos. So like, yeah, yeah. I know you're giving me that look, but like,
Well, I'm just
Okay.
thinking about something else that we touched on a earlier episode was music videos and how we kind of get the impression they're possibly coming back. Like there seemed to be a time where I guess they, not that they were gone, but like we were talking about MTV and much more music and stuff, and when that was a big thing, they used to play videos all the time, and then it kind of tapered off with reality TV, and then now it's there is no video channels anymore, but you can still watch them on like YouTube and stuff, right? So
Mhm.
that's probably why I had a goofy look on my face. I was thinking of that. Now you're saying this guy's got like 250
And that's
music videos, and I no, I don't haven't seen any.
okay.
See, I
Here,
think a big part of it is like the amount of like there's almost too much. Like I don't think he allows enough of his stuff to get out there to be shared before he's sharing something new. So I
Right.
think that's like it doesn't have I think a lot of people just don't know about him, right? And
okay, so I found that Vanilla Sprite remix. Here, I'm going to share it. Um, and do you guys hear the sound?
I
Because
don't
I
hear
don't.
it. No, no, I
You-
don't.
Okay.
I don't need to know that it's awesome.
Where's Vanilla Ice in here?
You'll see. His like his verse is I think the third one that kind of Rick Ross is first and then Vanilla Ice is second, I believe.
Oh, I forwarded it, so maybe.
What do you mean you forwarded it?
I skipped ahead.
Ah, Ninja Turtle.
Pretty
Okay,
much
so
anything that
for
Vanilla Ice appears in.
If
actually,
there's
I
Vanilla
just
Ice, there's
realized
a
that.
Ninja Turtle.
Oh, there he is. There's Ice. But I just realized that a lot of people are listening and not watching, so we just had an awkward silence here. With us just watching a
Oh yeah, I
YouTube clip.
suppose.
Anyway, so he so Forgiato Blow is I kind of read up on him a little bit, um, but he's related to no his grandfather, I believe, is the owner of Auto Trader. Is that right?
Yeah, and then when his grandpa passed away, from my understanding, is that it was left to his mom. And then when his mom passed away, it went to the siblings, which was him and his sister, from my understanding. So, um, like, so it's the family that owns it, but definitely 100%. But yeah, he's
Got a
But I
stake in it.
also saw one video where he insisted that none of that money came to him and he came from nothing and he was poor before he made it big. Is that
uh,
just a story?
so I don't really know. Like, it's like I don't know. No
I
comment.
think a lot of it has to do with you have to, as an artist you have to kind of create a persona around you, and if you, especially as a rapper, if you came into money without doing anything for it, then people will look at you differently than when you made your own money from scratch, I think.
Yeah, and I personally don't believe that, to be completely honest with you. Like I do know, like, just based on like pictures and stuff that he's posted online, and like probably his PR reps and stuff like too. Like he did go to jail. He was hustling for a little bit in Florida, and I think he
Right.
had a falling out with his family for a big chunk of his life there.
Mm.
And I think once he kind of started getting his stuff back together, he, you know, like, but he's openly admitted, like, yeah, my people own Auto Trader, so it's easy for me to get this stuff. So, like when comments like that are made, it's kind of like, oh, so you do.
You
did
do
get
have
that
access
from
to
that.
that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're paying people like $1 million to be featured in like a song like Rick Ross and Vanilla Ice, you know what I mean? Like there's obviously that money came from somewhere. Like I don't know who just has $1 million sitting in their pocket. So
Do you think that
Not me, that's for sure.
Do you think that's what the cost would be to get Vanilla Ice in a song? $1 million?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, his PR management team said that he won't do anything for less than $500,000.
So if we want an interview with him, that's what we pay?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I don't know if that would go.
We need
for
sponsors,
interview.
people.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know. Like I
Okay,
think
wait.
he's like.
So when would his PR have said that? Because you and I, we were talking before we started recording about when he was in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Now, do you think that Funky Monkey paid $500,000 to get Vanilla Ice to go do a gig?
No,
You know what I mean?
God, no. That was when he was like broke. So that all kind of started happening when the DIY network picked him up on his home rental show,
yeah.
and then the I Love the '90s tour launched.
Right.
A huge spike in popularity happened once the I Love the '90s tour.
Yeah, I think
off.
Salt and Pepper was out on that too, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of their CDs.
It's weird. I love the 90s, and I grew up on music in the 90s, but never on that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know if Ali knows this, but I'm originally from Holland. So we had a lot of Eurodance and techno going on, and I mean, I knew of Vanilla Ice and Salt and Pepper and whatever, but it wasn't as big as here, I suppose. So yeah, there was this episode that we were talking about Vanilla Ice, and I was playing a song for Joel that he never heard, but it was a Euro dance thing, and it got me all excited. And he was like, "No, turn that shit off."
Yeah, and then he calls me an hour later, and he's still rocking it out. Yeah, I remember Roll 'Em Up. That was a big hit. I used to like that video. He was just like all gangster outside by the drum that's on fire with like the homeless people. That's all I remember. Dreadlocks.
That was actually a really good album, Mind Blown.
Is that? I only know the one track.
Yeah, that's the album that it was off. It was called Mind Blown, and that was actually the year that was released. Vanilla Ice OD'd and almost died. That was at like the crash of his career after Ice Ice Baby came out,
Right.
and like he lost all his money to Suge Knight. So, like, I don't know if you know that story or not, but
Do fill us in, because I have no idea.
So Suge Knight basically, like, he hung Vanilla Ice like upside down on a balcony and basically forced him to hand over all of his rights to Ice Ice Baby, and that's actually what started. Oh my God, what's the name of their record deal? Right, their thing. Oh my God, how do I not know this?
Death Row.
Yes, Death Row Records. Ice Ice Baby like was the funding money for that, and
Really?
like, yeah. Hashtag truth. Like seriously, he ended up losing all of his money to that, and yeah, like so that was, and then he tried to come back from it, and it just basically never happened.
Right.
So what happened to that reality show where he flipped houses or whatever? Is that after that, or
where what?
The show was after that happened. Yes.
Oh yeah, that happened in like the early '90s, or like late '90s, I guess.
I remember watching like an episode or two of that. Yeah.
Because he did that because he was broke, right?
Oh, were you talking about it was like the Surreal Life or something, wasn't it? Like the celebrity.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that was he. I think he was also on like a celebrity boxing. Like he did a lot of those. Like, and then just last year he was on like Dancing with the Stars, and like he does a lot of those.
Celebrity shows, right? Reality
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Dancing with
That's
the
crazy.
Stars.
And
Wow.
you know, a big thing too is the fact that like in a lot of those, he doesn't go by Vanilla Ice. He goes by his real name, Robert Van Winkle. So people don't. It doesn't say like AKA Vanilla Ice by his name. So like when you're watching like the shows, people are kind of like, "Who's Robert Van
Yeah,
Winkle?"
Right,
You
who's
know,
this guy?
right,
like
right.
And then he
so.
busts out his Ice Ice Baby moves, and then everybody's like, "Oh, it's that guy."
Yeah. Now I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
He's
he's hard to like rep sometimes, you know, like just some of the things that he's done. Like honestly, like I was a huge fan, but like as a parent now, like it's hard to like think of some of the things that he's kind of done, you know, because like he's made millions of dollars in his career, and like he's paved a path for like his family to kind of be able to live off of. And then like from what his wife released online about what kind of happened, you know, like he used to beat her up, like he cheated on her apparently with allegedly with like some 17-year-old girl, knocked her up. He's now with her and has a baby with her. Like, man, he's like 60. Like that's kind of gross, you know.
A little bit.
And
Yeah, a little.
like I don't know. Like
okay,
it's
right. But I don't want to, like you were saying before we started recording, we were talking about Funky Monkey, right? And
yeah.
like, do you? What I don't remember what year that was exactly, but do you remember how old you were
Yeah, I was
when he was?
13.
You were 13, and did you
Yeah.
get to meet him that night?
Yeah, I did.
You did,
I
right?
I got snuck into the bar, backstage of the bar, and then afterwards we went back to the South Hill Inn at his hotel. Nothing happened. Like there was no Me Too movement or anything. He just gave me like a bunch of merch and stuff like that. Like he's actually a really cool guy when you meet him in person, but like it's just some of the news things that people write make it really hard to like, you know, it's really easy for celebrity names to get dragged through the
Yeah,
mud, right? So
that's true. Well, and that's just it. It's a lot of trolls out there too, right?
yeah.
So how did you get into a bar at 13 in the first place?
So I I originally maintained and managed the Vanilla Ice fan club website. I was the president. um,
Oh, okay.
so I met Tommy Kwan and Vanilla Ice, and they snuck me in. So because
Nice.
I had never seen him live before, right? And like I'd been a fan like my whole life, and like we had communicated online. We had just never met before, so it was kind of just one of
Right.
those things where it was like, oh, I want to go so bad, and um, yeah, that was. I didn't really actually get to see anything though because they had this huge. I got to hear it. That was it. Like so,
Right. So you say you also did some work for Jet Blow then somehow?
I did some artwork. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Paid or just as a fan?
just as a fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I got paid for Vanilla Ice though.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. So, like, but in terms of, but it was mostly just for like, just so I don't sue for copyrights or anything kind of thing. I think they were just trying to cover their butts on that one. So,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
The good
And
old
that's actually
days.
how I know of. That's how I learned about Forgiato Blow was actually through Vanilla Ice. Was
Right.
because he had shared um, the Vanilla Sprite thing online. There was
Yeah.
like a link to it, and I checked it out, and I was just like, "Oh man, this is actually really good." Um, and yeah, I don't know, and then it just spiraled out of control from there. Like if we were at my office right now, you'd see is like a mural of like Forgiato Blow albums behind me because I have every single one of them signed, everything. Like
That's
Nice.
awesome.
So if you when you don't listen to Vanilla Ice or Forgiato Blow, what other kind of music would you listen to?
Lil Dicky. Have you ever heard Lil Dicky? I like a lot of like underground sort of rap. You gotta check him out. Save That Money. It's actually an amazing song too. Like it's something that I think that you'd probably laugh at. I like a lot of nerdcore rap as well.
Say That Money?
Yeah, Save Dat as in DAT. So he's like a Jewish rapper, and he like
he's a Jewish rapper telling you to save your money.
Yeah, and he like he made like $1 million music video with like all these celebrities just by asking them like, "Hey, will you be in my music video?" And like went to like restaurants and like asked waitresses like, "Hey, I need hot chicks for my music video." And then he like records them, like him asking them, and then all of a sudden he's like on a beach and he's like, "Hey, can I borrow your yacht for my music?" It's actually like it's really funny. Like he's also like he's got songs with Snoop Dogg, and he just like tweeted to Snoop Dogg, "Hey, you want to do a song with me?"
Hey, I just saw a video. What the hell? I saw a clip on Instagram today of this guy, and he's like taking a picture with like 3 black guys outside at a mall, and he's like doing. Okay, wait, I gotta go back to my camera here. He's like doing this in front of the picture, and then he's like, they take his picture in there, and he's like, "Oh, did you do like the little Dicky symbol?" And they're like, "No, that's like the Crip gangster thing." And he's like, "No, wait." He's like, "I don't want that posted or something." I don't know. It's on Instagram, but now it makes sense. So I kind of know who this guy is. But yeah, anyways.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You gotta, yeah, I'll have to send you the picture. So he's like doing like this little, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here with my fingers, right?
Yeah.
So he's doing
Well, the
this.
people that are listening can't see you.
Okay. So do you remember the kids in the hall when they would crush your head, you know, from a distance? Like that?
I squish your head.
And, yeah. So he's kind of, looks like he's doing that in the picture, but he's with 3 like big black guys. And then he's like, "Oh, did you do this?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's like a gangster symbol or anything." And he's like, "No, that's like the little Dicky thing." And they were like laughing at him. He's like, "I don't want you to post that," because he thought if it was the Crip symbol, then if the Bloods saw it, he was worried that the Bloods would come after him because he's like representing the Crips, or I don't know. It was funny, is what it was. But yeah, anyways.
Okay.
Makes sense. So this guy's seems like he could be pretty comical.
Yeah, he's super funny. Like a lot of his stuff is really humorous.
Right on.
And he's good too. Like it's actually crazy how good he is. Like I would say like almost on the same level as like Eminem. So I think this guy's going to be on. Yeah, like he's a really good rapper. Like
because Joel and I were just talking about Eminem, how his last video, how fast he raps still, and it seems like he's getting quicker and quicker all the time.
He only did that because of like all of the put downs from like Machine Gun Kelly and all of the people coming out saying like, "Oh, Eminem's old" and blah blah blah. So that's pretty much the only reason why he came out of retirement.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, not that he has to, but he's just to
show everyone he's still the best.
Well, exactly, right?
It's like there was this NBA player, current NBA player. He was like, "Oh, Michael Jordan got nothing on me, and I'll beat him in a 1-to-1 anytime." And then at practice, MJ shows up, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he got peppered. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
What other tidbits do you have? Because I'm fascinated by the amount of enthusiasm you put into all this nerdy stuff.
You know, like, all I can really say is that, like, I definitely have an obsession. I don't really know.
No, really?
I don't know. But like but I wouldn't say that I'm like obsessed with him as like a human being, like in terms of like Forgiato Blow.
Right.
But like I relate to a lot of his music.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the sense that like there's a lot of the music that comes out that I can say that like I understand and I can actually follow along with. Whereas like there's a lot of music that's out there that's talking about like drugs and gangs and like I'm sorry, but like
Yeah.
no, like
No.
I've never lived that lifestyle, so like I'm not gonna be bumping it in my car. But like um, but in terms of like some of the stuff like that he's put out, like he's got rap about like just working hard and like being the best you can be and not caring about what other people think kind of thing, right? There's definitely some that he's come out that's like, but like, I
Yeah.
and it's actually really good. Like it's not shitty rap. Like it's
Right.
put together really well. The audio is usually really good, and like the music videos that he does, he uses Ghost as his producer, and like they do such a good job each time. Um, and like the variety of different artists. So like you can get featured with Forgiato Blow fairly easy. You can just reach out to him and just be like, hey, like can we do a song together? And like, and all the time he's always just like, yeah, for sure. Like, like he loves what he does and he's not in
Right.
it for the money. So, which is like really cool to see because he's supporting these like Kyle Kane Mafia. Like he's actually a guy he's making his first album right now and he's coming up and he's actually really good too. But like, no one's ever heard of him because he's never released really anything. And,
Mm-hmm.
but he's able to like get in there with like Rocky Luciano and like FJ Outlaw. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but
Sure, I know all of them.
they're my
Nope.
bros. um, yeah, so like I mean, like they're really good artists, but just no one's ever really heard of them, right? And
Right.
and it's funny because like I do really really enjoy listening to them.
I
And
I was gonna say I think I found that video that I was talking about. Can I try and share it here with you guys?
Oh, that took you long enough. Maybe we should put that in
Shut up.
the show notes, Joel, because people listening and not watching, they'll
Oh, they
just
won't be able to hear it or anything.
yeah, yeah. Just
I will just
share the
say.
link with us, and I'll put it in the show notes.
All right. Say that again. Share it with who? With you?
Sure.
I
Anyone.
wasn't listening.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was it. Yeah, maybe it wasn't even the right one, but very good.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
whatever.
okay, Mark. So a little not off topic, but this morning I was a day late in changing the sale, so I don't know if anybody got an extra day on the sale for the turntables that were out.
Right.
So that sale is
Right.
over
We
officially.
talked about we talked about that last week. I have some additional information about that because last week I wasn't 100% sure if Audio Technica, because that's what we're talking about, the LP60 turntable. So Audio Technica is still open. So if you need a turntable, we can still get them in for you. Actually, today was a very productive day because I've been talking to a lot of distributors. So due to this COVID-19 thing, Ontario and Quebec are basically all shut down. However, I've been reaching out to pretty much all of the suppliers that I know and all the contacts I have. We are set up with Sony and Warner directly. I just needed to touch base and make sure that we have all the information correct so that the records that I'm going to be ordering are going to the right address. Unfortunately, we don't have an account with Universal, but at least with Sony and Warner, we should be able to get a lot of records back in stock because they are still open for whatever reason. I'm not going to question why they're open because they are in Ontario. but they're open, so I'm just going to take it. Same goes for Audio Technica. They're also open, so they can still deliver turntables. However, and I think this is where you were going for, Joel, Kanto, our sponsor for this and previous episodes, has a sale on this week. Actually, I should have looked this up till when the sale is going. But the Kanto TUK, which is their top of the line speaker set, is on sale, and you're getting $200 off on just one set. So they go for $799 right now. Then the Kanto SID is an all-in-one, basically, what would you call it? A sound bar, almost. They normally go for $429, but now they're on sale for $279.
Nice.
And then we have the Kanto U2, which is the smallest of their range. Those are perfect for on a desk. Unfortunately, no inputs for a turntable, but there are preamps available that you can plug into it. Those are $199 right now. No discount necessary. No discount codes necessary. You can just go to the website. All the Kanto audio is on the website right now, discounted.
So yeah,
that's what I. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just trying to keep it progressing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was trying to think of a promo code in that whole spiel.
Yeah.
But I haven't come up with one yet.
I figured you would.
Feel free, Ali, to put Mark under the bus and throw out a promo code there for our listeners who can get 10% off if they use it. I kind of threw Mark under the bus last week, and the code was SitDown6. So this is episode 7. I'm not just going to continue it that way, but it doesn't have to be now, but maybe in the next 10 minutes we'll throw him under the bus. Maybe something like promo code Vanilla Sprite or something, or even Ice Baby.
Hey, times are tough with COVID-19 right now, right? I don't have to start giving away stuff just because
it's not about you,
run
buddy.
Your mouth.
It's not about you. It's about the client.
I know.
It's about the customers, the consumer.
Our customers are awesome. Our listeners are awesome. Okay, we'll give them a discount code. So if you can come up with something, Ali, then we'll give them a discount code.
Okay. Do we got anything in the news? Or what you got?
Actually, I wanted to talk about a post-punk band from Vancouver. I think he's the singer, Sam. He reached out to me earlier this week, and he introduced the band to me, saying that they have their debut EP is coming out, or is out on vinyl, and was wondering if we could sell copies for them. I checked out their Bandcamp, and I liked what I heard. So there is a shipment of a few records on its way to here, and then they'll go on the site for $24.95. Is there anything I didn't mention? Yeah, no, it's like I said, post-punk. The only thing what I could do is their Bandcamp address is aversionsband.bandcamp.com. So the band is called Aversions.
How do you spell
that?
The
URL is aversionsband.bandcamp.com. So check them out, and then probably next week their their EP will be on the website. It will be in, they call it transparent harvest gold vinyl. So it's not the standard black, but it's transparent and it's gold, which is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Some gold would be sweet right now.
Oh, or Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. I got Bitcoin. It's not doing that good, is it? I'm gonna check that
Well,
right now.
okay, you do that. And let me know, because I have Bitcoin too. Ali, do you have Bitcoin?
No.
I'm still down.
Oh.
Moving on.
Yeah.
You got it. You got anything else in the news there that's on the tip of your brain that you want to talk about? Actually, I got
Well,
something here. It's kind of old, but a couple of weeks ago, what the hell's her name? Tom Hanks's wife. I forget her name. You guys know what it is? She posted a video online because they were on like isolation or whatever. They had COVID-19, but she posted a video of her singing. Remember that song "Hip Hop Hooray"?
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome. She's sitting on her bed, no makeup on, just cash reading a book, and Hip Hop Hooray comes on the radio, and then she busts out the whole rap, sings the whole song, like doesn't skip a beat. It was pretty awesome. Anyway, I wanted to talk about that last week, and I completely forgot. So if you guys haven't seen that, look that up.
Oh.
I DM'd her after that, but never got a reply.
Surprise.
I thought it was awesome though, because like in all the panic that everyone's going through right now, I mean, nobody knows what the hell's going on, and they were, they're celebrities, but they're on isolation because they have it. And then in my eyes, it was just her showing that like everything's okay, like she's not dying. You know what I mean? Things are still going on as normal, as usual. I took it as like a sense of relief to know that, okay, it's not the end of the world if you get diagnosed with that, right? Potentially.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought it was pretty awesome. Check it out though. She did a really good job. What the hell's her name?
Yeah. Link in the show notes, I guess.
Yeah. But anyways, so that was something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. I read something about TikTok. You're not a TikToker, are you, Joel?
I am not tick-tarded. No, thank you.
Ali?
Love it.
Really? Are you doing the dances too? Are you?
No. I make
come on,
snap videos though.
Oh, I don't know what that means. I don't have TikTok. I don't want to say I'm too old. I just have a hard time catching up with apps like that, because I never know. There's so many of them, and you never really know if it's something that's going to stick or not. So Instagram, for example, I'm like with Funky Moose Records, I'm on it and I'm using it, but not to the full potential, because I was behind the curve about the whole thing. And same with TikTok. I know, especially business-wise, it's probably a good idea to be on TikTok. But then I look at our target audience, which is not really TikTokers, I'm guessing, but I could be wrong. So if anyone listening is on TikTok, let me know and see if I need to switch up marketing strategies here. But so TikTok, of course you are. But TikTok signs short-term licenses as YouTube preps a rival. So the whole problem with TikTok used to be that videos were taken down because TikTok or the creators on TikTok didn't have the license for songs that they were dancing to. So those videos got taken down and everybody was upset and blah, blah, blah. So TikTok was like, well, why don't we just get the licenses for all these songs? So somehow they struck a deal with the big three labels, which are Universal, Warner, and Sony, which cover pretty much everything. So now when you want to rock out to a song that's on a Universal label, you can without having to worry about your video being taken down. And in that same article that I was reading, I also saw that YouTube is trying to come up with a rival for TikTok. And I believe it's called YouTube Shorts. And it's basically going to be doing the same thing as TikTok. And this is where my, aversion against new apps coming out all the time is coming in, because now TikTok is all the rage, but let's say YouTube comes up with an app in 2 months, and that's better than TikTok, then I have to switch all my accounts or all of my posts from TikTok to YouTube. So I just have a hard time.
I feel like it's not going to be a thing.
Old. Yes, I know.
I don't think so neither.
No.
Sorry, what was that, Ali? I didn't hear what you said.
I don't think that YouTube's going to do a very good job of coming up with like any kind of rival app towards the TikTok, because TikTok kind of like started in China and is all over Europe before it came here. So they did it's just like Google Plus. Was that ever a thing here? Like, as web developers, we'd like to say like, yeah, it was, but no, it wasn't. So
no, it wasn't.
Like, so anytime Google tries to do stuff, it doesn't. So, and that's YouTube related. Like, YouTube will definitely be like the mainstream video streaming network, but in terms of like something for like video editing, it just, I don't see it.
No, but still, it doesn't have to be YouTube, but if there's another app that comes up, like the same happened to Snapchat. Snapchat was everything. It was awesome with all the stories and whatever. And then Instagram came and we're like, hey, we can do that too. So now everybody's on Instagram, and Snapchat is kind of dying. So that's
now that Instagram Music is available, that's game changer.
Yeah. So again, too many apps.
Do you have an app, Mark? For Funky Moose Records?
Joel, I have a mobile website. We don't need an app.
Oh, yeah.
Ali's a developer. So. When you have a good mobile website, you don't need an app, right?
I don't know if I'm going to agree with that.
No.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to hit disconnect here.
It depends on your industry. It depends on your industry.
That's right. And I don't believe our industry needs an app.
Yet.
I mean, Funky Moose could. Like, just saying.
I'm trying to get Mark
we'll talk
start,
about
to start Funky Moose Studios.
Yes.
We're going to evolve into that.
Yeah. Powered by the Foggy Lemon or something. I don't know.
There you go.
We'll work something out. Do you remember? Hey, Joel, do you remember that Chuck D thing with Public Enemy and Flavor Flav?
Yes, I definitely saw that too. How he had fired Flavor Flav because of political reasons or whatever. I read today that was all a publicity stunt, which kind of makes more sense. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it is, but to me it sounds like backpedaling. Like, oh no, just kidding, haha. I don't know.
Think so?
It seems weird to me. Yeah. But if that's their way of trying to stay relevant, then power to them. But I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway. Hey, Ali, have you seen the movie Almost Famous?
I want to say that I have, but I need a little refresher.
It's like a 15-year-old
I dig
kid.
Music.
Yeah, no doubt. Please go the fuck away. It's like a 15-year-old kid who's a journalist and ends up writing an article for Rolling Stone magazine about this band called Stillwater. So he gets to go on tour for the summer with the band to write the article.
No, definitely haven't seen it.
Oh my!
I've heard of it.
Oh, you should.
So good. I lent it to Mark a couple weeks ago, and the soundtrack's pretty killer. Very good. But
yeah, so here's
I don't know if that soundtrack could be up your alley. I mean, because you like Vanilla Ice and stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of like retro rock and roll kind of ish.
I kind of feel like I need to like justify this here because like I spout off a bunch of names of like people that no one knew, but I'm also Hank Williams Sr.'s like biggest fan also. So like
What?
yeah. So like
Uh,
I mean there's definitely a lot of like yeah.
so do you
Um
like anything in between as well, or is it
There's a big
I just
spectrum
want to
there.
be? Yeah, yeah.
You dig music?
I love music.
Yeah.
I usually just don't like what everyone else is listening to.
Ah,
On
I see.
purpose. You just want to be different.
Well, maybe a little.
Yeah.
I intentionally don't like the same music as my husband, basically. So,
Oh, what does he listen to?
What is he like?
Maybe he does have taste.
oh, no, no, he doesn't.
Is he
Like
listening to Miley
Maroon
Cyrus
5?
or Maroon 5?
No.
What?
Um, yeah, I don't, yeah.
Justin Timberlake?
No, like, he doesn't listen to shitty music. Like, just, like the mainstream stuff, right?
Right.
Um, and like, I don't know, like I like Hobo Johnson, and like I'm sure you know who that is too.
Sure.
Um, oh my god, like I don't know how you guys don't know these people.
Well, I was mentioning like a few weeks back in one of the earlier episodes, like I am so stuck in my like 90s metal, right? My 90s rock. Like I am the kind of guy who I'm stubborn and I'm not really open to newer stuff, so I'm listening to like still Metallica, Godsmack, AC/DC, like that kind of thing. Korn, Limp Bizkit, like all that stuff that I listened to in high school, I still listen to today. It's very hard for me to accept new music. Um, but I still do. Like I love the new Metallica album. I like the new Godsmack album. You know what I mean? But for me to branch out, don't get me wrong. I am a Justin Timberlake fan. I'll listen to him. Um, what else? I don't know. I think I got a pretty big spectrum there too. I'm all over the place. Like I'll even go as far to say as I can enjoy Mariah Carey. Even I saw a video today
Ooh.
that she posted 4 days ago. Um, that she put out there. What the hell is that song? Always Be My Baby or whatever. She sang it
Yep.
from her house, and like I sat there and listened to the whole thing. Like I think she's got a good voice. So
Well,
like I'm kind of all over
yeah.
the place.
I
But
definitely agree with you. There's a lot of stuff that I've listened to my whole life and grew up with listening to just because my parents listened to them.
right,
Like Dolly Parton, for instance. I was Dolly Parton for 5 years in a row for Halloween, and and I was like 8, So, but there's
Hey,
definitely just a
did
lot
you
of
know
things
that
that.
Dolly Parton? Did you know that Dolly Parton right now she must be bored or something because during this COVID-19 thing she's reading your favorite bedtime stories.
I heard
So
that too.
she's
Yeah,
reading The Little Engine That Could by Waddy Piper, Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon, Pass It On, Good Night with Dolly. Those are all little stories that I am a rainbow, uh, coat of many colors. Wait, no, those are. Well, anyway, so she does a whole bunch of
she's awesome.
bedtime stories.
But hey,
So,
Yeah,
from my understanding, she started it because of Autism Awareness Month.
right.
That
And you
was
know
like the
something about
main
that, don't
reason
you?
why she actually started doing it. It wasn't because of COVID-19.
hey yo, there you go. Or she's trying to just get paid,
Yeah, I think
right?
before you used to have to pay for it, but now I think it's free.
Nice. I remember, didn't not Samuel L. Jackson, what's his name? Morgan Freeman did that too. I have a
Mm.
book. I actually have the book upstairs in my kid's room. It's called Go the Fuck to Sleep. You guys ever hear that?
Oh, do you actually have that?
I actually have that book. Yeah, you bet. And
Really?
you can,
I've seen the video on YouTube.
yeah, there's two of them. There's Go the Fuck to Sleep, and then I don't remember what the other one is. I feel like I have them both. But you can get, like, you can see Morgan Freeman, reading them, like on YouTube,
Mhm.
which is pretty funny.
Mhm.
But you ever hear of those, Mark? Did I show you that? Can you hear me, Mark? Test.
Uh-oh, something happened. He
I think we
froze.
lost him. Did we lose you? Look at his face. For those of you listening, Mark's just, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, I do have those books, and I just think that Dolly Parton is awesome. I feel like she was recently in the news not that long ago, too. Did she not do something with like Miley Cyrus or somebody like that? Or doesn't she have some kind of influence on Miley Cyrus?
I don't I don't know. Somebody tried to diss her not too long ago,
Miley
and
or
I
Dolly?
Dolly, and I don't know who it was, but I do remember someone had brought her name back into something. But um, like, yeah, no, I heard about the book reading through Autism Services actually. So that was like the original reason how I had actually found that out.
Nice.
Mark, is your audio fixed?
I'm
Mark, can you hear us?
actually
I
my
just
internet
texted him there.
connection just dropped, so I'm partially back,
Do
but I can't hear
you
Joel.
have you watched
So
that Tiger King series on Netflix at all? Do you know of it?
I
oh,
loved the Tiger King show.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Really?
Oh, I loved it. I seriously did. I don't know if Mark caught on to my infomercial at BNI the other day, but I opened it up with like, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens."
oh yeah,
You're such a nerd.
I did hear that. Yeah,
Yeah. And there's like two people in the group that actually laughed, and I'm like, I know who my people are.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. I did that too on a Zoom chat. I actually stole the idea from Mark. Mark sent me a picture that he went in as Tiger King, and I figured I would be funny and do that too. And no, nobody really got it. Everyone's like, "Who the hell's Tiger King?" and got pretty upset with me. So I tapped out of that one. But
Yeah. One of my best friends is an insurance broker, and she was actually the one that I was like, "You need to watch this. You need to watch this." And I don't know. It's just, yeah. I think everyone needs to watch it.
I watched
right,
the
yeah,
first
I
episode.
started
That's
it
how
last
far I
night.
got.
I'm 3 deep into it.
Oh, I finished the series in a day.
Did you? So
Yeah.
okay, so on that note, like you're familiar with who David Spade is, right?
Yes.
So on Instagram, like he's got a new show, or it's relatively new. It's called Lights Out,
Yep.
and he would get like some comedians on and interview them, kind of just busting balls and cracking jokes. And since COVID-19, he's been doing these little 10, 15-minute segment interview / things on Instagram, and he's been interviewing the cast of Tiger King on Instagram, and
Hmm.
one of the guys, I forget which guy it was. I think it was the guy who didn't have any teeth, but now he's got his teeth fixed. Had mentioned that they got,
Travis.
is that what his name was? One of
Yeah,
the
I think it
husbands
was
there
Travis. Yeah.
had mentioned that the alligators that they got were from Michael Jackson's Neverland at the point, and that just like blew up the internet right now. So now that's the big story of Tiger King, is that Michael Jackson's alligators were the alligators in the show. But yeah, so that's kind of where I was leading into that one. And Mark just texted me back that he can't hear me.
Yeah. So I was trying to be the filter in between the two of you. So like, if you would say something, then I would just try and pick it up so that Mark would be able to figure out what you said. So
it kind of worked, but I think you lost me now.
Oh, and I can't hear Mark neither.
Oh, you can't hear Mark either.
No,
I can hear
can't.
both of you.
Oh, you're perfectly in the. Well, you're now the host.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting.
So for all
go ahead.
I was gonna say, for all you listening, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's recording both of you.
We'll have to. I think on this note, we might have to cut this episode a little short. We're definitely having some technical difficulties. If you took the liberty of listening to our episode this week, I don't think Mark can hear me right now, so I will toss out a promo code for you guys to get 10% off any purchase. What do you think we should call it there?
I think we should call it Forgiato.
How do you spell that?
Forgiato.
You're
All
talking
right,
about the
so
discount code, aren't
if
you?
you guys make any purchases and use the promo code Forgiato, that's Forgiato, for a 10% discount on your purchase. Sorry, guys, that we will cut this one short, but because of technical difficulties, do not know what's going on. But hopefully you guys had fun, learned a little bit about Vanilla Ice, and I'm hoping to see you guys again next week. Mark, you want to add anything there? Meh.
Mark, do you want to add anything there? But he has no idea what you just said, so.
I have no clue.
All right, guys, tune in on YouTube if you want to see the videos. Take a look at where you follow your podcasts to listen to. I know Mark says them after every episode, but I don't remember where they are. Just look up wherever your podcasts are streaming and look for The Sit Down from Funky Moose Records. All right, that's good. Have a good night, Ali. Thanks for joining us.